So the prospect we are going to cover today is AJ Espenesa, the defensive end out of Iowa. Two-time first team All Big Ten, 2018 and 2019. Double-digit sacks the last 2 years, I believe 10 and a half in 2018, and I believe 11 and a half this year in 2019. He's gotten better with his counter moves. He's a guy that's just improved throughout his years in college. Even before the hype train of Chase Young began to grow, AJ Espenesa was easily the number 2 defensive end prospect in the Big Ten, and on some people's boards, number 1 prospect overall as far as defensive ends go. I'm not saying that personally. I'd still put Chase Young ahead of him because Chase Young, I believe, is more dominant of an athlete, but AJ Espenesa is right there. Very good tactician, very good player, and when you get to see the comparison a little bit later in the video, you'll probably nod your head and say yes. A personal one of my favorite prospects in this year's draft. Like, I really do like AJ Espenesa. The problem is, do I like AJ Espenesa at 4 to the Giants? Because even if you're not a Giants fan, and this, yes, is predominantly a Giants channel, even though I am OGR Sports and I'm trying to broaden the horizons just a little bit, any team in desperate need of a 4-3 defensive end pass rusher, this is the guy you want to go to, and he will be in the top 15. So if that's a need for your team, hey, he might be a prospect. But let's no further ado, let's get into the measurables on AJ Espenesa. So, getting into the measurables. Whoops. Position, defensive end. Starts, 37. Now, I don't know if it's 37 starts or 37 games. I know he played in 37 games. School, Iowa. Whoops. Weight, 280. And height, 6'6". So, big man. Positives. Again, guys, I like to keep these very basic. Not everybody's a draft expert. Sets the edge very well. Obviously, that's a big plus when you have the RPO, runs in general, but the RPO, since it's being so prevalent, being able to set the edge and not overcommit is something that you need in a defensive end. Length and frame makes it tough on blockers. Good speed and power to get through blocks. And exceptional length and very good power. So, yes, again, a lot of these even overlap, but I want to stress to you, this guy's a very good athlete, and because he is 6'8", I think he'll have trouble bending, but that's for the negatives. It's just, I just really like AJ Espenesa, so a lot of these kind of overlap a little bit. All right, negatives. Needs better lateral movement, in my personal opinion. DE, defensive end, obviously, for even front schemes, also known as a 4-3. That's the problem. I just don't know if he could play the 5-5 technique, which is the 3-4 defensive end. I don't know if he can do it. He's going to need to put on more weight if he is, and the way Joe Judge talks, he wants what guys do best, and he's a very good 4-3 defensive end. Is that something AJ Espenesa can be good at and excel? And not to mention, the Giants have a lot of depth at that position to begin with. Is this a prospect the Giants would be looking at? I think not. Even though I wouldn't mind him on the Giants, especially if we don't re-sign Leonard Williams. And comparison, Trey Flowers. Now again, I sound like a little bit of a hypocrite because I go out there and I say, I don't know if this guy can make the conversion to a 5 technique. But then you look and I have him compared to Trey Flowers. And I've heard this comparison multiple times, and I agree with the comparison. And where did Trey Flowers come out of? He came out of the Patriots system. So, and a guy that was asked to play multiple fronts. So, again, the comparison to me, when you look at AJ Espenesa, is Trey Flowers. I think could be a very good prospect in the NFL, but that remains to be seen. Let me get your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you have any suggestions on guys you want to see, I know the next one I'll be doing next Tuesday will be Jeffrey Okudah, CB out of Ohio State. But after that, I kind of want to do KJ Hamler, but if there's some other prospect you guys rather see before KJ Hamler, let me know in the comment section below. Either way, it's been OGR Sports, and I'll catch you on the next vid.